We'll be taking a short break. News Watch is coming up, and then Coach Ronnie and Seth will break down the first half.
This game started with Barako just brewing so nicely. I mean, just to use a coffee term. And then suddenly, Barangay Ginebra, their concoction, suddenly hitting the mark. And they began to hit three-pointers, and Mr. Brown is in town.
That's right. Together with the spark Marco Giwa, this combination was lethal for Ginebra in the second quarter. 35 points in quarter number 2 for Ginebra, forcing turnovers, scoring off those turnovers, and really it was their 2-3 zone on defense that had taken away the offensive rhythm of the Barakos in the second quarter. The Barakos only scoring 15 points in quarter number 2.
There's Tubit in the corner. Can't nail it. There's Brown. He checks the floor and he says, let's reset.
Ginebra is the number 1 team in terms of rebounds, and the Barakos have to understand that even without Eric Mek, they have to block out the rebounders of the Gin Kings, as Denham Brown has scored already 19 points for Ginebra in 22 minutes.
Likes the Araneta Coliseum.
Yes, definitely. Best playing venue for all the players, if you ask them.
That will not bite. Malapit pa sa lahat. Alonso takes care of putting it back in, and it's 59-46. Tubit peeks inside. Familiar Barangay Ginebra set. Brown is in town with 23.
Impressive vertical leap. Chad Alonso was ready to challenge and contest the jumper from inside the 3, but somehow Denham Brown getting that extra 2 inches to get that shot off Chad Alonso.
Monroe sends it over to Hubalde. Limonan downstairs to Reyes. It is taken away by Tubit. Selena Cruz swings it left, goes right. Ginebra is almost getting away with anything it wants to do here at the top of the third quarter. Tubit does not force it. Tries to bring it in closer. Hello.
And the extra passes has gotten the job done for the Gin Kings. At the end of the first half, they had 10 assists, majority of them coming from Willie Miller. And this time, Ginebra, once again, putting up a 17-point advantage over the Coffee Masters.
This is almost like a sandstorm that you see in The Mummy.
The Mummy 1, the Mummy 2, the Mummy 3.
All of them, di ba? Yung biglang hihigupin ng sand, anything, or the locusts, anything that's in their path, actually, And this has simply been a steamroll by Barangay Ginebra. At the 9:16 mark, it is a full timeout that Janelle Bapuli dejectedly signaled to referee Aldaba. They need to reevaluate their situation. Alam mo, Coach Ronnie and Magup, umalas na itong Barangay Ginebra, no? At it's hard to believe. Ano yung score ng first quarter? Lamang pa Barako nun.
29-22.
Oh, diba? Anong biggest lead ba nila? It was about 12 points,
23-11.
Biglang kumalas na talaga itong Barangay Ginebra.
The 3 small combination for Ginebra has really made it hard for the Barakos. And definitely no advantage in quickness right now for the Barakos. They have to step up defensively, as the Ginebras have really found it easy sailing to take a lot of perimeter conversions against their defense.
So ito, one stop at a time, one shot at a time. Every possession na lang talaga.
Was not a good shot for the Barakos. Once again, easier to defend with only one guy touching the basketball for the Barakos.
That's a very incisive point. When you move the ball around, the defense is kept guessing as this foul on Cruz is called. As Monroe spun around. Madu, your thoughts?
There were only 2 concerns on the Barako Energy side at the half, according to team consultant Leo Isahak. It was moving the ball and getting their shots against the zone defense of Ginebra, and their second unit, how they can sustain the attack of the first unit, especially now that they are starting to wake up. Seb?
Thanks a lot. We got a glimpse of Leo Isaac there also, one-time head coach also of this club. cross-court to Brown. Holds it with one hand. Fakes a handoff to Miller. This ball is just moving. You've got to move it.
Madagascar. Happy feet.
Sensya ka na ganda.
Madagascar.
Sensya ka na galing Singapore.
Oh, nice.
May maunahan. Buhay pa ang bola.
Excellent pass.
Nakadalawa na si maunahan.
Yes.
He likes Reyes. And Reyes was 9 points. And Barangay Ginebra wants to nip this in the bud.
7-0 run by the Barakos.
Yes, and why not? And we'll take this break. As our crowd noise fades in, wherever you may be, you may want to join this happy din. Get a chance to watch your favorite PBA players live. You just text in Solar, space PBA, space, Mr. Keyword on your screens, it's there. And send to 2600 for a chance to win tickets to the games. Inaantay nyo sabihin ko yung mystery keyword bago nyo alisin yung traffic. Inaantay nila. Hindi ko nakita yung mystery keyword. Ikaw?
Mystery nga.
Kaya nga. Kaya inaantay nila sabihin ko. Hindi ko nakita.
Mystery nga.
Kaya nga nagtatawa na sila ngayon. Ay, nako. Ay, wala. Nawala ang bola sa baseline. Sabi ng Barako, ay atin pa. Chance. Ito, sa dalawang stop, ito biglang nag 7-0 run sila. Ito tumayma si John Wichigo. I-stopin natin to. Let's see if Barako can get something going here. Here's Monroe, 6:24 to go. Gubalde, left of the keyhole. Long cross-court pass. Into the corner. They were trying to run a set there.
Well, somehow, if you see somebody penetrating to the shaded area, you have to improve your position and not just wait for the basketball to get your hand.
Masyado malalim si Gubalde.
Ang part responsibility ron, si Gubalde to improve position.
Hindi maganda show niya doon.
Umangat ka na dahil mababaw yung penetration ni Aris
kasi nung practice, doon ka sa pwesto na yan. Yes. Pero nung nangyari sa game, nung dumipensa na, ma-adjust ka na rin ng konti. Good point.
Kung deeper yung penetration, he could have stayed at the same spot.
Okay.
But somehow, Willie Miller getting the 67 point for Ginebra.
Aris, gusto makabawi doon sa pasang yun. The meantime, ball on the ground and Tubid. Para sa basketball fans, and if you're Barangay Ginebra, he's a hero for you. For others, something else. As Miller's beginning to feel good.
Well, I don't believe that going under the ball screen set for Willie Miller is the right defense against the thriller Miller. Miller scoring 4 quick points for Ginebra. 16-point advantage once again for the Gin Kings. You want to see the Barakos going for a trap or even applying the hard show anytime Willie Miller uses that pick and roll attack for Ginebra.
Monroe 15 kisses the iron and Tubid just allows it to bounce out.
Ginebra's answer to that 7-0 charge by the Barakos is a 4-0 run. A perimeter jumper and this nice pick and roll attack courtesy of Willie Miller.
You play over rather than under?
Over because he's a guy who can really pop up the jumper even all the way out from the three-point area.
Our director, Jun De Los Santos, the man known as the living octopus of Philippine broadcasting, with his hands on the buttons here today, doing a marvelous job under the basket. A thicket of limbs, all tentacles, no clear view.
Only the 5th offensive rebound by the Barakos all throughout this ball game. This is a big 16-point deficit that they're looking at. They made a late charge, an early charge here in the third quarter, but somehow Willie Miller has been able to deflate that. 2 straight baskets, 2 straight jumpers, and that 12-point margin has been stretched to a 16-point bubble by Willie.
Nakita mo si JC. He tried to play the last time around sa Batangas. Couldn't get anything going. He would try to put on a mask. I guess you never get used to that, no?
Hirap yun.
Hirap eh. Palalo na when perspiration sets in.